Hey, what's going on, guys? Rothbox here. I'm a little sick, so apologize for the voice, but I figured today we'd take a look at some of the new commanders for Brawl from the new set, Through the Omen Paths, not Spider-Man. So there's one commander that came out. I was kind of interested when I saw it because I went, this kind of looks like a cool design and maybe a cool build around. So I found a couple lists online, and I found two different lists, which I think will be really interesting. And so I think we're going to take a look at those today and play a couple games and just take a look at the deck. So the leader is Drunneth, better known as the Jackal in the Spider-Man set, but Drunneth, Reviver of the Hive, green-blue for a 1/1 trample. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value equal to this creature's power, you copy it, except the new copy is not a legendary, and then you put a 1/1 counter on Drunneth. So the idea behind this deck is that you get to play out 1-drop, copy it, 2-drop, copy it, 3-drop it, but also because it's just the power of the card, if you have ways to put counters on creatures, given landfall triggers of Bristly Bill, or things like Scythecat Cub, or even just Ride the Shoe Booth, ways to get counters on them through playing lands, then you can copy 2-drops or 3-drops pretty quickly. And so, because it's Simic bullshit, we got a landfall deck.
Boo this man!
This first deck is a landfall deck, and because that's all Simic can do. Simic is just really good at making landfall. It's playing basically all generic Simic stuff. There's some cool cards in here, but for the most part, it's a landfall deck. Volatile Storm Drake is really good in this format right now, given the prevalence of like Raphaelos and combo commanders. We get to play a Venser in this deck. I love Venser, and copying Venser to make a non-legendary copy, so you just have two. We have a lot of bounce effects because copying them is incredible. And then we kind of have the suite of big things. I mean, big Simic garbage. You know how it is. Simic is just kind of, everyone who plays Simic knows, it's the colors of just like stuff. I do think Drunneth is an interesting take on it, so I'd like to see how it plays. But let's play this landfall deck and see how it goes. Okay, against Vivi. Vivi's gonna be pretty tough. Gonna need some way to deal with Vivi early, so this is not a hand we keep. I will keep this because of rapid hybridization. This hand seems fine. Going first, we'll go ahead and play this out first. Bristly Bill looks good here. Because now I'm pretty happy just playing out Drunneth. And then next turn I can Bristly Bill put our Palantir's pretty good, sure. I will go ahead and lose the life. Yeah, cool. I don't think I'm gonna Bristly here. I think I'm gonna Study here. It's more efficient on the mana. I'm not worried about them playing. I mean, they can play Vivi, but then they'll also have colorless, which is 1 colorless mana, and that's fine. This still deals with it. I don't think they're gonna go off this turn. I could be wrong. This could be a mistake, so we'll see. If they kill Drunneth, I don't really care that much. The thing about this deck is that Drunneth is cool, but he's not necessary for the game plan to work. They are using that 1. Okay. I'm pretty happy to lose some life here. Let's play this. Counter here, and before they get a chance to do anything, I'm just gonna kill that. I don't want to give them the access to the blue mana. They don't need it. So I'm pretty happy with that. The next turn, Acidic Slime can blow up the Palantir. I guess if I play a land, I can just copy Eternal Witness, get back the rapid hybridization, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's not really necessary, but it's cool. I wonder if it's worth trying to work up to Acidic Slime to blow up 2 permanents, but maybe it's too cute. Like, I do think we want the rapid pretty... But right now we have 1 card in graveyard, so I don't know. Acidic Blend of Ancient Tube gets rid of some of their mana, so maybe that is pretty nice, actually. I do think I'll blow up Palantir, though. Just giving them an extra card every turn is pretty powerful. But Blend of Ancient Tube is send them back 2 mana. Because they can recast Vivi here. Oh, they're not. Okay. I would love to draw a card. That's a nice one to see. Okay. 24... I just don't think I'm that scared. Yeah, they have a bunch of cheap cards is the thing. I think let's make a copy of this. I'm not so scared of their stuff yet. Counter here. Yeah, the way it tapped the mana... I guess no, because I would have had to play that. That's fine. So they can play Vivi here. Sure, that's fine. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to try to go off here. But VV costs 5, so I'm assuming they'd have to have, like, this plus Chromox plus a bunch of stuff. But I'm not, like, super scared. So next turn I can just get back Rapid Hybridization, and I probably will. So that seems like a good call. I mean, that's fair. That's pretty good here. The problem is now you can't keep up counter spells because you played the Riot guy. And all spells cannot be countered. Sure, so you play that. I think here you can draw a card. That's just too many cards. That being said, I think I play this out. Get back this. And then just kill Vivi again. Because the way you beat this deck is you just make Vivi die. Like, is it exciting? No, but it's genuinely how this deck wins. And I'll put a counter here again. And I got no problem going in with these guys. Next turn I can blow a Palantir and Ancient Tomb, and I feel, and I feel better. So the Krauser right now is just making it so they can't counter my spells. I mean, that's a good one. For sure. I can also blow up that as well. Which at this point might be better. Sure, that's annoying, but fine. Yeah, you can draw a card. Let's play this. Make a copy of it. This one. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. I mean, I feel like I should be going more aggressive, but I just don't really have anything I can do here. Drunneth is now big, and unless I draw, like, a Primeval Titan, doesn't do much. Sure, you can cast Vivi again, but I don't really care. Sure. Exiling... Sure. You can make 4 mana here. Sure. In that case, I just think I play this out. Bounce Vivi again. And then play out this and just chill. Yeah. Let's put a counter here. Can't deal damage, so that's fine. If he costs 5 to cast. So they can do it again, but it's lost a lot of the power and the trick counters. I gotta be careful, because I do just have a lot of damage. Like, if I attack out, they might be dead. Because it's not exciting, but I can exhaust this and put counters on these. Sure, you get an extra turn, but that doesn't really do anything. I guess you get another turn of protection. That's fine. Like, it's cute. I get what you're doing. I'm just not super worried. Yep. You can cast the One Ring, but you need to do here or you die. So I can't hit you, but that's fine. Can't hit you. I got a removal spells I could draw. So I do think I just chill. I gotta put this in here and draw on a card, but I don't have much mana otherwise, or now I have 4 mana available. And 4 mana will be for Venser and things like that, so I can't hit them. So they could kill me here for sure. Damage cannot be prevented, yeah. You got a 1. I don't win this turn that they die. Damage to any target. Sure. Like I said, it's certainly possible I can die here. have a lot of mana here. I mean, Vivi's a deck that kills out of nowhere, so. Okay, that doesn't do anything. You can draw a bunch of cards here. There's 6 mana available still. I do not blame my opponents for tanking on this turn. I'm sure their hand is... this sequence has got to be very difficult to see if they can squeak it out. That I didn't expect. Because they activated Vivi then, I believe. Now they only have 4 mana. These are bad draws, but that's fine. You have 2 mana up. You can't use it because it would kill you. I forgot about that. They don't have this mana. Good game. Short. Woo! Close one, close one. Yeah, that was good. That was very good. God, Vivi's scary. As you're playing against another Spider-Man villain, draw first or second card each time put an ingenuity counter on her. Cast an artifact spell from your hand, and then evaluate you could listen. Okay. That seems quite good. I'll keep this hand. It's a bit awkward now that I'm looking at it. I think I might be what we kids call stupid as fuck.
Useless, empty brain.
But it's fine. I think Cyclonic Rift does the Lord's work. Against her, I think Reclamation Sage is incredible, and I think I can get the 1 counter. I can copy this, and then hopefully if I find any 2-drop, and there's a lot of 2-drop creatures in the deck. So theoretically, I should be able to go 1, 2, 3, and get 2 of these, but we'll see. There's a Gemstone Cavern start. You hate to see it. These lands shouldn't be legal in this format. This and Ancient Tomb, I do not think are healthy for Brawl. I think it's fine if you like them, I get it. It's very powerful, but I just think it makes so many games just, like, not pleasant games. This should trigger her, I believe? Yeah, that's really cool. There's a 2-drop, so I was right. So we play this out. Yeah, might as well station. So I can theoretically birds into Sky... Sir, I can't. I need another green source. If I draw a green source, I can. Ooh, that's horrifying. This deck seems quite scary. Okay, got it. Got it. Terrified. Understood. You can drop a 3-drop now? Boo. So I didn't find it. That's fine. We'll make a copy. This might be silly. I think I'm going to single target bounce Murata. I think these Ingenuity tokens are scary, and I think making her reset is going to be good. Sure. You can do instant speed, which is pretty gross. Sure. That's pretty cool. Yeah, once again, might as well station. Hand's still awkward here. I'm going to need another green source. Green source helps a ton, but without the green source, we're in a pretty awkward spot. This is a neat deck. This is kind of scary what they're doing. Oh, that's pretty powerful. Okay. Yeah? I'm not blocking that. Alright, deck, I appreciate it, but that was also rude as hell. I do get 2 of these, though. I do want this. Oh, right, I have mana now. So now, I make 2 of these. And I blow up this. Do I care about this? The clock's going to be a long time, so I think that's fine. And now I station with everyone. I don't know if that was the right call there. Also, I don't know why I kept this. I guess I can level this up and get draw a card off it, but I kind of was just like, oh, this card's good. But it's like, what a stupid card to have said yeah to the top of my deck. That was just a bad play, I think. Also, I can't play this and play. It's fine. I'm just stupid. Don't mind me. Sure. That's fine. Now it's actually funnier because it actually becomes better. Ooh, that's a good one. And now we attack all out. They're gonna level up their clock. But I think once Coma hits, it's probably pretty scary for them. I mean, they can start dropping, they can drop artifacts in soon. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, being able to reset Murata there with a single target Psych Rift was bold, but if they didn't have an answer, like, resetting that felt really strong. And then, of course, the double Reclamation stage is just absolutely backbreaking when your deck is an artifact deck. So, yeah, those are good wins. All right, cool. Let's take a look at deck number 2. All right, so this is deck number 2. This is a lower power variation if you don't want to be in much of the hell queue, theoretically, as the other deck is, because it's a landfall deck. This is a frogs deck.
Ribbit, ribbit, motherfucker, I'm a goddamn frog.
That's right, we're playing frogs. I saw this list online. I thought it was hilarious. Is it good? Probably not. I don't think frogs are all that strong, but I think it's funny, and I do think there's a decent amount of good one-drop frogs and some things to do. And there are some ways to get counters on stuff with the frogs, and I think they're cool, and they're in the right colors, so kind of why not? We're going to try it out. Like I said, there's some really good cards in here. I mean, Pull Jamar, who's from Jumpstart, that you draw a ton of cards from having a bunch of frogs in play, but you're also actually playing a Laboratory Maniac package because of things I'm assuming like Rollknock. I think this might be questionable, but I do think it's funny. But yeah, you're playing basically all your big frogs that are pretty strong, like Might Caller and Elder. This card's actually crazy because once you play this on 1, and if Drunneth's just out, you actually make Drunneth be able to copy 4 drops immediately because they get the counter immediately from casting a 1-drop and essentially triggering this, but these guys can put counters on it or themselves. So you basically can modulate what level you want Drunneth to be at to copy the next thing you cast, which is pretty cool. And yeah, there's definitely some very good things in this deck to do with that. And also we're running some draw a bunch of big cards, take some extra turns, hopefully kill through combat damage. I will say that if we can copy the cards and then land a Banner of Kinship, it is game over. Like we will have so many frogs. This deck might be a little worse, but we're gonna try it out and let's see how the games go. All right, we're playing Valentine, Dean of the Vein. We got a 1-drop, we got a 2-drop. This is what we keep. This is great. Sure. I do wonder here. I think I'm just gonna play out Signet here. I could play out Drunneth, but I'm afraid they have a removal spell. Ooh, that's annoying. What do you take? Probably the Might Caller? I guess if you do, it's not the biggest deal. I just kind of Fountain Port Charmer for Offspring and make everything in my hand cost 2 less, and that's pretty good. Or all creatures. Which I guess doesn't really matter, but maybe they take it anyway. Yeah, they are. Okay. I mean, I get it. Whenever, if a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. Okay, so we do play him into the Might Caller. Next turn, I can play Ornithopter into Wayfarers or the Realm Breaker. That's a good one for them, yeah, makes sense. Ooh, land is really nice, actually. So we are doubling up on the Ornithopter. No reason not to. Play out the Wayfarer's Bauble. Swinging in. 5, 6. All right. Ooh, that's pretty good here. I'm assuming you killed Drunneth. That's fine, I think. Which is weird. I think because I can build it up, I just do this again. Because I can just build it up, there's like no reason not to. But these also get, big. And I like when things are big.
What did he say?
Hit him for 7. That's pretty good, sure. Take another card from my hand. That's fine. My hand's not really doing anything right now. I don't really actually care about it, which is kind of funny. I would like to return this to my hand. And return... Can't do 0.
Am I dumb?
I thought it was up to you. You may return... Oh, okay. That's fine. I did in the wrong order, then not a big deal. Turn another creature if you do. Otherwise, yeah, I guess I have to. That's so strange. Okay. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is a bit annoying. I said you get to copy it again, so whatever. I think we just hit him for a bunch. They have to start blocking. Short. We got a 1. Sure, I'll pass here. They die. Cool. They didn't block more. The guy has trample. It's on the card. I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see if they do anything. I was like, okay, that's lethal. All right, Frogs got there. Cool. Let's go to the next game. Keeping this hand still, same reasons as always before. This is fine. I wish I had a 2-drop, but we'll find one. We're on the draw again, though, as is tradition. Okay, we're keeping this hand. I'm gonna go for a Surveil Land first. Why is there like a cooldown time when I can jiggle the rock? Arena couldn't handle this much rock jiggling. They had to put a cooldown lock on it. If rock has jiggled in the last 10 minutes, cannot jiggle again. Dude, you gotta ban this card from Brawl. This card is unfucking believably a horseshit card. Or at least weight things differently. Like, this is just actually not okay. Why the fuck is this in the deck? That is terrible. What? Why would anyone play? Alright, whatever. I got this list offline. I don't know why you would ever play that card. But like here, like, it's turn 2 for them. They're on 4 mana. And they went first. Like, look at this. This is not okay to let happen. They just get to cast Fleam here. Which, I mean, like, whatever. Fleam is not going to be the end of the world. It's not great for me. God, I, like, you know what? We've lost this game. If I play Drunneth, they don't have a removal spell. Maybe we can do something, but... Sure. Sure. Okay. I still need a 2-drop. I'm surprised I haven't seen one. Sure. Well, Drunneth has never been cast again, so that's fine. Let's go. I will have 2 Splash Slashers, even if I can't duplicate it. Attack, my idiots. We might actually win this one, which is kind of funny. I don't care about the Iron Crag. That's fine. I mean, you gotta block. I assume you jump with Wonder, because you want Wonder in your graveyard regardless. Go ahead. Otherwise I can adapt this. Yeah. I can't believe we're about to beat Fleam because they just didn't do anything. They like wiped the board and then we're just like... Okay. The problem with this deck is you need a way to pitch stuff, otherwise it literally doesn't do anything. Like, this is a great card if you can have a way to pitch stuff, but he doesn't pitch stuff on his own. He can knife from the other side, but on the back side. It's a weird designed card. Like, if you just are gonna mayhem that, that's funny, but it won't work. Yeah, dude, you got it. They're about to be in for a rough time.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
I mean, we don't need to counter this to win, but it is funny. I mean, we also would have gotten 11 mana. Yeah. Alright, well, it turns out we can win with this deck if opponent literally doesn't do anything. So that's cool, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at this deck. Alright, so we looked at two different Drunneth decks today, and kind of what we've learned is that Drunneth is interesting. He's a very cool idea, but the deck is very hard to actually build in a way that it works. You have to mulligan pretty aggressively, and you have to kind of see the right creatures on a curve. Right now, in Arena, I don't think it's amazing. I think there's something that can be done in this deck, in maybe paper, where you have access to some more cards, but the problem is because you need very specific mana costs, figuring out how the counters work, but also keeping Drunneth alive, because Drunneth's a 2-drop for a 2-drop 1/1 that doesn't do anything on its own, and you still have to play a 1/1 in order for the effect to go off, or to even get started. Then you need a 2-drop, then you need a 3-drop, and it's very powerful once it gets rolling. But it is very difficult to get rolling sometimes. And if it gets removed, you're just playing a deck now without a commander, basically, because just playing him doesn't do anything. He has no inherent value on his own. I think it's really interesting, but I do think this is a challenging deck to build. I actually do think this deck has surprisingly good synergy with frogs, because a lot of the frogs, either when they enter the battlefield, do an effect, or they return things back to hand. And when you can return frogs back to hand, if Drunneth gets reset, you can bounce the 1-drops, and then the 2-drops, and the, you know, on and on. So you actually have the value still from Drunneth and build it back up if it gets removed. It's cool. I really like the design space. I think it's finally an interesting Simic commander that isn't just like her, play land, draw a card. I'm looking at you, Tatiova. You are boring as piss. Also, Brawl is in a spot where I think the weights are broken, and you just, I don't show every video I record, because it would be very unpleasant to watch some of these games. I played against, I shit you not, 7 Ren and 6 decks in a row, followed by 2, just like, you know, the Glass Cannon combo deck always wins on turn 4, and is just not an interesting, fun deck or video. So, this is the rough one. The landfall one's better, of course, but it's also just every other Simic deck, and I think there's better Simic decks. This one's just a cool aspect of it. And the Frog one is potentially really interesting, but I don't think it's good enough. I do think this deck would need a couple other pieces, or just to be weighted better. I think this deck would be so incredible. It's like a bracket 2, bracket 3, just like kind of funny, silly deck. That's not where we're at. Brawl does not allow for that. Brawl just says Ren and 6 strip lock every game forever. Isn't that fun? The answer is no. That being said, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I do have some future things to look forward to, so be on the lookout for that. There will be another episode of Jeopardy coming out soon, which I'm very excited for. I have the board done, just need to schedule that with some friends. But yeah, if you like the first Jeopardy game, I'm very excited for that. So everyone, stay safe in the meantime. Peace.